Hi students, welcome to HP Kapriya School. I am Nisha James and I am taking biology practical. Today we are going to do another 11th standard biology practical, that is to study the animal tissue. In this practical we will learn about the different types of animal tissue. Just like plants, animal body is also made up of a group of cells and also tissue and organs and also organ system. There are basically 4 types of animal tissue. First one is called the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is normally protective in function. There are different types of epithelial tissue. In that we will learn about squamous epithelium. So, I am going to start the practical. So, the practical number 17, animal tissue. As I already told you that the first animal tissue we are going to learn is about the epithelial tissue. Epithelium is of different types. So, the first epithelium we are going to learn is about the squamous epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue mainly, so this is the diagrammatic representation of squamous epithelium. It is normally made up of polygonal cells. How the cells are arranged? The cells are arranged edge to edge without any intercellular space. That means there is no gap between the cells. Why there is no gap? Because it is normally forming a protective covering over the organ or the body parts. Normally, squamous epithelium is present in the skin. The arrangement of squamous epithelium is just like the tiles of a pavement. In the center of each cell, you can find nucleus. So that about the epithelial tissue. Now, the second type of animal tissue is the muscular tissue. You know that muscles are actually responsible for the movement and locomotion in an animal. This muscular tissue, we will learn about one type of muscular tissue, that is striated muscles. Why it is called striated muscles? Because it consists of alternate light and dark striations. So, the second one is striated muscle. This is the diagrammatic representation of striated muscle. You can find that the muscles tissue is made up of muscle fibers. The muscle fibers are normally long and cylindrical. Okay, so this is long and cylindrical and having alternate light and dark band. That's why the term has come striated muscle. This is associated with the skeletal system and it is voluntary in function. That means the movement that is under the control of our will. Within each muscular fiber, you can find many nuclei. Okay, so that is about the muscular tissue. Now, the third type of animal tissue is blood. Blood is a liquid connective tissue. Okay, blood is a liquid connective tissue. And here, this is a slide, this is the sectional view of RBC. RBC is one of the type of blood cell, which is otherwise called red blood cell because it is red in color. This is spherical in outline and biconcave from both the sides. When you keep this RBC slide under the microscope, you will get such an image. You can find so many spherical cells with cytoplasm. Okay, so the RBC, so this is a sectional view of RBC. Now the last type of animal tissue is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is mainly made up of number of nerve cells. So this is the diagrammatic representation of a nerve cell. Nerve cell that is elongated, having a cell body. Within the cell body there is nucleus and then there is a long extension that is called axon and a small extension that is called dendron. Okay, so what are the parts? So this is the cell body. Okay, that is why it is called cell body, because it consists of nucleus. And there are 2 types of extension. The small extension is called dendron So these small extensions are called dendrons. And the long extension, that is called axon. Now what is the function of these extensions? Dendrons are carrying information to the cell body. The cell body will analyze the information. Later, the responses are carried away from the cell body by axon. So, this is about the different types of animal tissue. Then now I am going to show you the slide one by one. So students, now we are starting the practical. So I told you that I will show you the slide one by one. So this is the slide of squamous epithelium. Okay. So this is the microscopic view of squamous epithelium. You know that where we can find squamous epithelium? We can find squamous epithelium mainly in the skin. They are normally made up of, the epithelium is normally made up of polygonal cells, flat cells. They are arranged just like the tiles of a pavement. The cells are arranged edge to edge without any intercellular space. They are mainly protective in function. So you can't find a gap between the cells. It is mainly for protective function. Okay, so this is the structure of squamous epithelium. In examination, this can be kept as a spotter. You have to identify its name. Okay, the small pink color cells you can find. So that about the epithelial cells. A group of similar epithelial cells are making squamous epithelium. Okay. Now this is the second slide. This is the slide of striated epithelium or striated muscular tissue. Okay, so first we learn about epithelial tissue. Now the second type of animal tissue is muscular tissue. You know that muscular tissues are further divided into striated muscular tissue, smooth muscular tissue and also cardiac muscular tissue. So this is the slide of striated muscular tissue. When you look into the slide, you can find that alternate light and dark striations or alternate light and dark band. They are normally multinucleated and it is covered by entire muscular tissue is covered by, or a muscular tissue is made up of number of muscle fibers. Each muscle fibers, they are covered by a layer of membrane that is called sarcolemma, and it consists of cytoplasm that is called sarcoplasm. Within the sarcoplasm you can find many nucleus or multinuclear condition. This is normally voluntary in function because the movement is under the control of our will. So you can find the structure of the striated muscle tissue. Okay. So students, this is the third type of animal tissue. This is the slide of blood. Okay, RBC. Okay, so you can find small circular cells. Okay, spherical in outline. You know the shape of RBC. So you can find many RBC cells here. So what about the shape of RBC? They are normally spherical in outline and biconcave from both the sides. Okay, and then you can find that it is having, in a single RBC is having a lifespan of 120 days. And what is the function? This is normally responsible for transport of respiratory gases because RBC contain a protein that is called hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is an important respiratory pigment that is responsible for the transport of respiratory gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. So here you can find the small spherical cells, that is the RBC. Okay. So this is the last type of animal tissue, that is the TS of a nerve cell. You know that The next type of animal tissue is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is made up of number of nerve cells. Nerve cells are normally elongated. So here you can find many nerve cells. Okay, so you can't find a well differentiated structure as you are expecting, just like textbook diagram. Okay, you have to identify from the slide, because in examination these type of slides are keeping and you have to identify it. So they are elongated, they consist of cell body and also within the cell body you can find nucleus and also extension. That extensions are the mainly axons. These axons are always carrying impulses away from the cell body towards another neuron. Okay, so this is the structure of nervous tissue. This is made up of number of nerve cells which are elongated, having cell body and a long extension that is called axon and a small extension that is called dendron. Dendron is always carrying impulses towards the cell body and axon is carrying impulses away from the cell body. So by this we have completed our animal tissue. Okay, so first I have shown you about the epithelial tissue. In that I shown you squamous epithelium which is present in skin. In second I have shown the slide of striated muscles. Okay, it is voluntary, associated with the skeletal system. Then third I shown you the structure of the blood tissue. Okay, I shown the slide of RBC. Okay, RBC is an important blood cell which carry respiratory gases, because it consists of a respiratory pigment called hemoglobin. And then fourth type, that is the nervous tissue which is made up of nerve cell. So I think all of you understood the difference. So that is our practical. Thank you.